Hey guys, it's Heather here, and I've been wanting to make a video about this since the Clash team posted a blog a few weeks ago about the fix coming for matchmaking and unfair matches due to engineered bases. And I'll link to that blog post in the description down below if you haven't seen it yet. But basically, they said that they are making improvements to how the algorithm functions in order to address engineered bases. And I think that's the first time they've actually used the term engineered bases. Maybe they've used it some other time. Typically, they say lopsided bases because that applies to both those that are unbalanced offensively or defensively, but they're now using our terminology, engineered bases, and this new functionality that they're adding will take into account more as far as total weight is concerned, with both regards to defense and offense. So simply put, what they're doing is trying to make sure that your clan is evenly matched up against another clan, no matter how it is that your clan operates their bases. So something that's important to them, which I've said all along, which I think is really cool, is they want to make sure that your strategies are not invalidated, so that just because you've been doing engineering or 0.5 or you've rushed your base, that there isn't any wrong way to play Clash of Clans. But just because you play a certain way does not mean you should have a massive advantage over others who play a different way. And they also say that they have taken steps to make sure that they can continue to fine-tune it. They can adjust things as needed. So depending on how we play and what we're doing, they can adjust the algorithm to make sure that it's keeping matchmaking fair for Clan Wars. So I think this is a really cool blog post. I think it's great that they are coming out and saying, hey guys, we are addressing engineering. They don't come out and tell us exactly what they're doing or what it's going to mean for clans who have engineered bases or clans who run 0.5s, or if your clan is all balanced. It doesn't really tell you what's going to happen once this update hits and how that's going to change it. But we do get a sense for what their goals are, what's important to them, and how they will be changing matchmaking to make it a more enjoyable clan war for all of us. Now, I haven't talked to anyone on the Clash team about the blog post or what changes will be coming, which is kind of nice because I don't think they'd be telling me very much, but it allows me the freedom to be able to speculate on what I think this means. And I can also let you know the suggestions that I gave them for improving matchmaking back in March. I don't think much has changed with regards for the goals of matchmaking. Ultimately, the goal for matchmaking would be that players have the freedom to grow their base however they want, but they should not gain a great advantage or even penalty for doing so. As I've said many times, there's nothing wrong with engineering. The fault has always been in the matchmaking algorithm that allows engineers to have a win advantage over their opponents that's not based on attack or base building skills. Now, I did a video in March talking about how matchmaking works, and I used some different number scenarios, not the actual numbers, but just some number examples to illustrate what it means for clans who run bases that are engineered, 0.5s, and balanced bases, and how the weights are adjusted to account for engineering and other types of lopsidedness. Not just for what we would typically classify as an engineer, those who have a much stronger offense compared to their defense, but also taking into account those who only upgrade specific troops and only use one army while neglecting their other troops, hoping to gain an advantage that way. Also taking into account those who are lopsided with a stronger defense and a weaker offense. Now, all these different weight adjustments used to counteract what people are doing for either 0.5s or engineers or other kinds of imbalancing. The forums have referred to this as a weight tax. All of that, I do believe, is still going to be a part of the new war matchmaking algorithm. I believe they've just built upon that to take other factors into consideration when matching up a clan. So I'll go ahead and link to that video in the description down below because I feel a lot of that information in that video from March is going to apply even more so going forward. I believe that what they were doing back then was the goal with what they're trying to accomplish now. They are just making things even more complex and taking more things into account with determining the match. Things are always going to be adjusted, meaning the defensive scores, the offensive scores, the modification to those scores based on how out of balance defense is to offense. In addition, you have clan scores where more weight is given to bases that are higher weight too. So all of those things are always going to be adjusting and in flux depending on how the player base is building their bases and how it affects war matchmaking. So even though these balancing adjustments have been in the game, there's still not enough to balance out those engineers. The adjusted weights essentially killed 0.5s. And it affected engineers as well, but they still had the greatest advantage in clan war matching. So my hope is that the addition to the algorithm is going to take the town halls themselves into consideration, like as a final balance check. And before everyone jumps all over to defend those rushers who have always had an incredible disadvantage anyway since day one of clan wars, an actual town hall level would be based on having a troop, a building level, or a hero that is only available for that town hall. So just because you're a town hall 11, you wouldn't actually be counted as a town hall 11 until you have a ground warden or an eagle, or you have a troop level that only a Town Hall 11 can have. The only way that I think Clan War matchmaking is going to be balanced is if after all the matchmaking scores are done for the entire clan, there is a final check to make sure the number of Town Hall 11s on one side and the Town Hall 11s on the other side are within a certain number of each other. And the Town Hall 10s on one side against the Town Hall 10s on the other side are also within a certain number of each other. That number can increase depending on the number of high-level Town Halls in the match. So perhaps you only have one Town Hall 11, you could only match a clan with say 1 or 2 Town Hall 11s. And before engineers became worried that Clan Wars is over for them, if this is the case, I did say this would be after the scores are calculated. So it would be unlikely you'd be matching a clan with fully maxed Town Hall 11s against your engineer Town Hall 11s. Most likely this would mean after all the balancing checks are done, you would be matching other engineered clans. It's pretty clear that matches simply cannot be balanced on weight alone. A clan that runs with extra Town Hall 11 attacks over their opponent has a huge advantage, even if those Town Hall 11s have the weight of a Town Hall 10. Having those extra Town Hall 11 attacks pretty much guarantees your clan's going to win, unless your opponent is just way better skilled than you guys are. So one way or another, the highest Town Hall levels in a Clan War match either need to be balanced by the number of them, or they need to have such a dramatic amount added to their weight so they can't unbalance their weight in any way that allows them to be equal to a lower Town Hall. An attacker that just has the strength of a Town Hall 11 offense is always going to have the advantage unless a balance check is put in place that equalizes or nearly equalizes the same number of high-level town halls. And this equalizing should continue down the list of town halls for both sides, but allowing a greater spread as it goes further down the list. For example, having a matchup of 2 Town Hall 11s and 2 Town Hall 10s versus 2 Town Hall 11s and 10 Town Hall 10s, that wouldn't be fair either. So this equalizing of town halls should continue down the list. And of course, there needs to be some flexibility to it. It can't be equally matched. No clans are exactly the same, but there should be some balance checks so that you don't have these situations where you have 10 Town Hall 11 base attackers against a clan that only has 1 Town Hall 11. So I did share all these ideas with the Clash team back in March, but like I said, I'm not sure exactly what they are doing with regards to the changes to the Clan War matchmaking algorithm. So I'm really curious, just like you, to see what actually happens and how it's going to affect our gameplay. I know this has been a long time coming. We were talking about it back in March, but that's when they were working on the Builder Hall and getting that launched. So this has had to be on the back burner for a little bit, but now I think that the Builder Hall is launched and that's going smoothly. They can really focus on fixing Clan War matchmaking and make sure that part of the game is as awesome as it should be. Just know it could still take some time for matchmaking to get to a place where we consider it fair, no matter how you play Clash of Clans, but it's really encouraging to see this level of transparency and that it's an important issue to the Clash team to address and to continue to modify and fix. I would just love to see more blog posts like this from the Clash team so we can know that, hey, yes, you are being heard, we're addressing it, we're going to fix it. This is important to us too. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it. And if you love it, make sure you subscribe to me. I know that I've been slacking on the videos, but summer's been really great. I'm hoping to get back into these videos again. So make sure you subscribe to me, hit the bell notification so that when I do post a video, you'll be notified of it. I am working on the Builder Hall 5 guide for you guys. So that will be coming out soon. I'm also going to start working on a Builder Hall 6 guide, but go ahead and leave me a comment down below and let me know if there's any video guides you would like to see me do, and maybe I can get to one of those in the future too. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.